Hey everybody, now we're going to review solving a system of inequalities by graphing. So our first system, our first inequality, 3x plus 2y is less than or equal to 8. If I put in a 0 for x, I just have 2y here. If I divide, I'm going to get a y-intercept of 4. So I'm going to graph y is 4. If I put in a 0 for y and divide by 3, I'm going to get a fraction, and I don't really want to deal with that. But a slope is always the opposite of a. There's a, b, c. Slope is always the opposite of a over b. So the slope is -3 over 2. So I can go down 3 and right 2 as many times as I can fit that on the graph. Keep the slope consistent. And this is less than or equal to, so this will be a solid line. Then I need to check and see which side we want to shade. If I put in 0 for x and 0 for y, I get 0 plus 0 is less than or equal to 8, and that is true. So this particular line is going to shade toward the origin because the origin was true. I'm not going to do all the shading yet. I'm going to wait until I've graphed all 4 of my lines. Next one, x is x is less than or equal to 2. So that means move 2 to the right and draw a vertical line. If I put in a 0 for x, 0 is less than or equal to 2. That is true. The origin is true, so I'm going to shade toward the origin so we can see we've narrowed into this section that's been shaded both times. Y is greater than -3, so that means move down 3. And it's not greater than or equal to, so I'm actually going to have a dotted line this time. Plug in a 0. 0 is greater than -3. That's true, so this line wants me to shade toward the origin. So now we're in this section that's been shaded all 3 times, and 1 line to go. So for this line, if I put in a 0 for x, I get y is 11. It's okay to go 9, 10, 11, a little bit off the graph. If I put in a 0 for y, then divide by -2, I'm going to get a fraction. I don't want that. So the slope is the opposite of a, which is +2, over b, which is 1. So the slope is 2. Or 2 over 1, so I can go up 2 and right 1, but that's not really going to help, so I'm going to go down 2 and left 1. And I'll keep doing that as many times as I can. Keep a nice consistent slope. And this is less than or equal to, so it will be a solid line. And when I plug in the origin, I get 0 plus 0 is less than or equal to 11. And that is true, so this one wants me to shade toward the origin as well. And we can see that what's been shaded all 4 times is this region. So that's my solution by graphing. That is a convex polygon called the polygonal convex set. I need to name its vertices. So there's a vertex right there at -7, -3. There's a vertex here at 2, -3. There's one here at 2, 1. And way up here at -2, 7. So those are my vertices. Now I'm going to find the minimum and maximum value from these 4 vertices based on this function. So when x is negative 7 and y is negative 3, I end up with negative 6. For 2, negative 3. 3 times 2 minus 5 times negative 3. I get 21. 2, 1. 3 times 2 minus 5 times 1. That's 6 minus 5. I get 1. And then negative 2, 7. 3 times negative 2, that's negative 6. Minus 5 times 7, which is 35. Negative 6 minus 35 is negative 41. The biggest number I ended up with was 21. That's my maximum. The smallest number I got was negative 41. That's my minimum.